My name is Aaron, and I work for a matchmaking company. In this company, I speak to extremely successful men. I'm talking millionaires, sometimes billionaires, guys who own companies, guys who are doing very well for themselves, and essentially are the 1% of the male population. In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly what those men look for in a long-term partner. And the answer might surprise you. I'm going to teach you 4 things to understand about what these guys actually look for. And this is going to be a longer video. So if you're looking for a short, 2-3 minute video, this is not it. I have a TikTok and an Instagram for that same purpose. This is more for the women who want to understand on a deeper level and really understand the perspective of the man as well. Now that the intro is taken care of, the 4 things, I'll tell you right now and then I'll explain each of them very shortly. Number 1 is peace over drama. Number 2 is femininity that inspires and not competes. Number 3 is men look for a woman that gives them respect and admiration. And then number 4 is loyalty and alignment. Let's start from the very beginning. So, peace over drama. What do I mean by that? Well, a man wants a woman that is calm. And where does that come from? It comes from you being in a good place with yourself. It comes from you being comfortable in your own skin and comfortable with who you are. That's a standard. If you're not comfortable in your own skin, then you are not going to be comfortable around somebody else, okay? And this can go very deep. I can make a video about this after. If you'd like, you can leave a comment down below about how you can actually get there. But in this video, I want to keep it about what the guys are looking for, okay? Those kind of men, you have to understand, if a man is really successful, if he makes a lot of money, it's probably because he's working in a company where he has a bunch of employees and he's solving problems all day long. He doesn't want to come home to another problem. You see what I mean? A man wants to come home and kind of like relax, in a sense, shut off his brain. And I know women want to shut off their brain as well because that's the feminine. You want to make sure that you're around somebody that's leading. But you have to first let him lead and create an environment, because that's what the feminine does, is create the environment where leading is natural for him and you're comfortable as well, right? It's really important for you to be happy in the life that you're living, of course. And the person that you end up spending your life with is the most important decision you'll ever make. Okay? And I hope you don't mind, I'm looking at my notes. I just don't want to ramble too much because I do have ADHD and sometimes I can go on tangents. And I just want to make sure that this video is very valuable for you. Like I said, these guys are solving problems all day long. Think about how much mental exertion that takes. So, not to say that if you have an issue or a problem in your life that you shouldn't tell them. You should, because a true man will want to hear what's going on in your life. As long as you're not nitpicking, as long as you're not complaining, condemning, or criticizing at all times, he will appreciate the heck out of you. If you can create a home out of a house, if he can come home to a nice smelling dinner, like the traditional values, let's be honest, traditional values are good for everybody. A woman wants a true masculine leader that is going to make decisions and lead their family to the promised land. Someone that is a good father figure, someone that doesn't get angry fast, someone that's patient and has strong values. And the opposite side of that coin is a woman that can allow him to do those things. A woman that is also calm. A woman that, no matter how emotional she gets, she controls her words. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So you got to be very careful the words that you use, because these kind of guys do not tolerate things. They don't allow women to disrespect them. If you say something very rude like, fuck you, to a man that has strong values and is high value, he will not tolerate it. I don't tolerate it. If I'm ever dating a girl and my girl says fuck you or says something very rude, I'm going to say, excuse me? And if she doesn't apologize, that's a big red flag, and I'll probably stop talking to her. Because a true man does not allow disrespect. And a true man will also exhibit qualities that will make you want to respect him. So it's a two-way street, right? It's 50-50. So that's number one. Number two, a man wants a feminine woman. A truly masculine, successful, high value man wants a high value feminine woman. I'm not saying that you need to be feminine all the time. If you're successful, if you have a nice job, if you have a nice career, you probably have to utilize your masculinity a good amount of the day. But when it comes to being around him, you should allow yourself to fall into your feminine. You should allow yourself to feel comfortable in his presence enough to let your guard down. Make him feel like the man. Make him feel like the leader. Which at the same time looks like you sometimes feeling like a little girl, which is so beautiful. A truly masculine man loves to see a woman who feels comfortable in her skin, who feels like she can let her hair down, who feels like she wants to wear pink. It's the most beautiful thing. For me, I consider myself a masculine man, and when I ever see a woman acting like a little girl, laughing and giggling and making jokes and dancing, it's literally what makes me want to move mountains. And I will move mountains for that kind of woman, for my women like that. And those men are the same. If a man doesn't make you feel like that, then maybe he's not so masculine, or maybe you're restricting your own femininity to come out. He's got to unlock that feeling in you, but you've also got to give him the ability to unlock it, if that makes sense. 50-50, right? It's a two-way street. Now, it's not your fault if you're overly masculine, because society tells you that you should be, but you shouldn't. You should know how to utilize your masculine side, but you should also be in tune with your feminine side as well, okay? Now, true femininity is not competitive by nature. That's masculinity. And if you're always competing with your man, either it's because he's not that masculine, or it's because you're too masculine. So be very aware of that. I'll speak for myself, and I'll speak for other men that I speak to. When a woman is truly feminine and is a woman that we appreciate or they appreciate, it's the most inspiring thing ever. When I'm in a relationship with a feminine girl, it makes me want to be the best version of myself. And there's nothing else that's that inspiring. Now, I'm self-driven. I have my goals whether or not I'm with a girl. But when I'm with a feminine woman, it makes me want to be better. When I'm with a really beautiful woman, like I'm dating a beautiful woman, I want to look better. I want to go to the gym, because I'm like, dude, if I don't go to the gym, she's going to find someone else that's more attractive. That's just the way of the world, right? If I see a woman that's so true to her femininity, it makes me want to become stronger as a man so I can protect her, so I can take care of her and our family. So remember that, okay? True femininity is going to inspire him to become better if he's the right guy. So stop competing with him. Stop making it so difficult for him to lead. Allow him to lead. If he's not a good leader, I guess I don't know what to tell you. It's the man's job to be the leader. It's not your job. And it's not your job to lead either. You can still lead from time to time, and a truly masculine man will let you do that as long as he's secure in his own masculinity. But don't you want a man that leads? Don't you want a man that takes care of the day-to-day operations in the house? The man's brain is more logical. The woman's brain is more emotional. I'm not saying women are not logical, but I'm just saying the way a man thinks is very logical. If I'm speaking to one of my friends, a guy friend, and he says, hey, you want to work out tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, let's work out tomorrow. What time? 6 p.m. Okay, cool. And chances are I'm going to work out with him because we're both masculine and we've made the decision. I put it in my calendar and it's done. Sometimes for a woman, it's like, okay, if I'm speaking to a woman and she says, okay, let's go to the gym tomorrow around 5 o'clock, sometimes they might be like, hey, listen, I'm not feeling so good. Can we go at 8 p.m. or can we go another day? And they're not saying that in a way that's like they don't want to go. It's like sometimes a woman is really dictated by her mood, and it has to do with the time of the month, or it just has to do with the female brain, right? Don't take this offensively. I'm not saying that women are emotional and men are not emotional. I'm not saying that, but I'm giving you the exaggeration so you understand the difference between a man and a woman, okay? That's number two. Numero tres. Respect and admiration. As a woman, it's in your best interest to acknowledge your man's positive traits. A lot of the times people get so tied up in what somebody did wrong, so criticizing the wrongdoing of somebody, as opposed to acknowledging the good. Think about right now, if you're in a relationship or you used to be in a relationship, did you spend most of your time criticizing or most of your time acknowledging the positives and praising the man? Men love praise, and we don't even need that much. A woman just saying, thank you for this date, I had a great time. Oh, it's enough. I don't need to hear it was the best date of your life. I don't need to hear that you had a good day or it was your best day. I just want to hear that you say, thank you, I appreciate it. Because most men live their life giving as much as they can without hearing anything. And don't get me wrong, the guys, men, we don't need to hear that. We don't need it, but we love it. Same way how you love it too. Same way how you love when a man takes care of you. Same way how you love when a man makes you feel safe, right? You don't need it. You'll still be in a relationship with a guy that doesn't make you feel safe, but wouldn't you rather someone that makes you feel safe? It makes you feel secure. It makes you feel beautiful, right? So acknowledge, and the second part to that is respect. As a man, I would rather be respected than loved. Sounds weird. I think for women, it's more so they'd rather be loved than respected. For sure, you want both, but for men, it's really important to be respected. If a man is in a relationship with a woman and he's not respected, he doesn't respect himself. And I don't respect men like that. For me, if a woman doesn't respect me, I would never make her my woman, ever. Because the relationship's already done at that point. Now, it's up to me to deserve that respect, for sure. But respect is key. Respect is probably number one for a man, okay? So respect him. Be kind. If he doesn't respect you, well, don't be with him, period, okay? Have your standards. The goal of this is to teach you how to get to 1% of men, not to get an average guy. The average guy is not like this, okay? A part of this is stop nitpicking everything. Spend more time thinking about the things that he did good than the things that he did bad. If he did more things bad than good in the relationship, if he's doing more bad than good, then maybe he's not the guy for you. And you should know within the first couple of dates if he's a good person. It's not that hard to tell, unless he's a great liar or he's fake. But usually as a woman, you have pretty high EQ, so you'd probably be able to tell that, okay? And then lastly, the last thing I will say here before I wrap this video up is loyalty and alignment. These kind of men expect you to be loyal. Now, communication is very important. It's probably the most important thing in a relationship. And he should tell you very early on what he's looking to do with you or what kind of relationship he's looking for. And I believe that whatever you do in a relationship is up to you and whoever you're with. But if in the beginning of the relationship, you guys are both honest about what you're looking for, then it usually is very good. There are 5 topics that you should discuss before you get into a relationship. Money, religion, kids, family, or I think it's politics, one or the other, and sex. Have these conversations. Get them out of the way. Talk about what's important for you in each one of those topics. Get them out of the way. And if there's no alignment, if you guys are not aligned with those values, like for example, if you want to have kids and he doesn't, I wouldn't recommend you be with that guy. Even if he's perfect in every other area, the guy knows what he wants and you should know what you want too. If you're willing to still be with a person that doesn't want kids, if you're like 50-50, then that's okay. But most of the guys I speak to, they want to have kids. And the ones that don't, well, it's important that we find women that don't care about that either, okay? Values. What values are important for you? If he's a really traditional man, but you're a really modern type of woman that believes that you should be able to go to work full time and that it doesn't matter if you're the one that's taking care of the home, then it's probably not a good fit. For me personally, I'm a traditional kind of guy. I want to take care of my woman. I want to pay for everything as long as, I believe that she's the one and everything is good and everything is aligned there. I would love to pay for everything. I don't believe in 50-50 with the money stuff. I don't. Even if I'm making less money than her, I would rather pay the bill. That's just how I am. I think that's just how the masculine is. We're providers, right? But when it comes to, kids or sex, if for you sex is very important, if you have a very high sex drive and he doesn't, like that's not a good thing, right? That's a really important thing in a relationship, the intimacy. Politics, if he's a very strong conservative and he loves Donald Trump and you hate him, is that going to work out? You can probably have a one-night stand with him, but are you going to want to be with him for the rest of your life? So these are important things to get out of the way within the first couple of dates, because I feel like a lot of women that I speak to, they spend too much time with a guy that's not the kind of guy they want to be with. And they're trying to change them, because women, you guys are very giving and you want to give everything. You want to give time, you want to give energy and affection, and you think that you can change somebody, but you could only do so much. You can't change a person. You can inspire him, but you can't change him, okay? So test for those things very early, feel them out, read them out, and then make a decision after like the first 5 dates or 3 dates, 3 to 5 dates. If you feel like it's not going to work out, then listen to your gut, follow your heart. If you think it is going to work out or there's a chance it might work out, see where it goes. But test early, okay? Because they're testing you as well. High value men, successful men, they can speak to any woman they want, or most women. I think it's like 90% of the women are attracted to 10% of the men. And it's the same thing for men. 10% of the men are attracted to, or 90% of the men are attracted to 10% of the women. So your goal is to become a 10% woman, because your goal is to find a 10% man. And you can only attract what you already are, okay? So just to reiterate, last thing I'll say is loyalty. Obviously, I don't even have to touch on this. Like, be loyal to him. Don't post a bunch of things on Instagram with your cleavage out, hugging a lot of other men, like stuff like that. Just little things like that make a big impact. If I'm in a relationship with a woman, I would rather her not be hugging every single person that we meet, especially if they're guys. I don't care if she's hugging girls, but if she's hugging every other guy, like why are you hugging everybody? It's just kind of strange, and it's not insecure. It's like, you're my woman. You're not everybody's woman, right? And just support him, right? It's simple. They're going to support you. You should support him too, emotionally and spiritually, right? So I hope this video was valuable for you. If it was, then be sure to subscribe to my page, because I'm going to drop 1 video a week. I make videos every day on TikTok and Instagram, but if you like more long-form videos like this where I can really go deeper on a topic, then subscribe to my YouTube. But to reiterate, peace, being feminine, having respect, and loyalty. If you do those 4 things, you will attract those kind of men, because that's what successful masculine men are looking for in a woman. If you want help on how to apply this to your life specifically and your dating life, I have a community called Always Attracting. The link is in the bio. You can check it out. You can see what it looks like. But essentially, I help you attract these kind of guys by teaching you the certain things that these guys look for. In the community, I also help with fashion. I also help with your fitness and your health, because I'm also a fitness coach. And essentially, you're in a community with like-minded women looking to unlock their best versions of themselves as well. Okay? So thank you for watching. I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a fantastic day.